What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. Today we're checking out the Trail King MT tires from Little Guy. Here they are right here. Lots of people raving over these tires, so I didn't need any tires at all, but I figured I had to try them out so we know what's up. So I'm mounting them up on some of these Injora wheels. I bought another set of these. It's like 20 or 25 bucks for the wheels, 30 for the wheels and the little mini Hyrax Chirex tires. So I just got the combo. So I have an extra set of those tires as well. But first thoughts on these Trail Kings is they are big, very big. So you can see here's the 1.2 up next to them. You know, obviously they're not that big, but they got some size to them. Here they are against the Mudslingers. So really about the same diameter, but a little wider. So maybe a little more surface area to grip there, and not so aggressive. So they may be really good. Here's the Scrambler. You can see kind of similar to the Scrambler on size, but just wider. Like I said, it's kind of weird. The feel of them is odd to me. It's like, it reminds me of these CR18 tires, honestly. Like, just the feel. I think they're going to be much better than these. But if I was just like grabbing these and filling them, I really wouldn't think they were going to be all that great. Like, I think they're going to do pretty good, but they're so thin. Like, I don't know. I'm scared they might get bunched up a lot and that sort of thing. But everybody says they are really good, so we're going to find out. They just really remind me of this, like, compound, but a little softer. These are not. The edge of these is what's like really not so soft. The rest of them is super soft. You can see the sidewalls just give like crazy and stuff. So that's kind of what these remind me of. But I'm just going to slap them on this rig. We'll get a little running in with them and see what we think. I just kind of wanted to show size comparison. You know, there's some Wranglers. Of course, they swallow those. And I think it's a pretty good option for something like this. They're close to the 1.2 size, you know, so I've been kind of complaining about these are a little stiff for most applications, so maybe something like this would be a better option. Also wanted to talk about these Injora wheels. Like, for the price, I'm loving them. They actually come with like some aluminum hex here. So it looks like little aluminum hex and pins for the hex, and all the screws and everything included with the wheels. So for 30 bucks, that's pretty awesome, you know. I paid $80 for a set of the Rc4 drive competition beadlocks, or whichever one it was, and you don't even get like a decent tool to put them together or anything. So the fact that these, for really, I think the wheels by themselves are like 20-25 bucks. If they hold the bead, which I think they're going to, they're like hard to beat. So we'll get these together, we'll get them on the course and see what they do, and then I'm going to try to go out and do some outdoor crawling this weekend. So definitely going to take it out and see how they do on the real rock. But for now, going to get them together and do some quick little runs in the garage here, and we'll see what they're capable of. Now this climb right here is a really tough spot just because there's some big gaps, like big holes. And to the left right there where the front wheel just fell off, it's just a big drop. And so it's a pretty hard spot, but usually with the big tires, you can pretty much just coast over this. And these were just kind of struggling. You know, it comes down to if you're hitting it exactly the same and that sort of thing. But I mean, I kind of know how to make it up this and kind of hit it the same with every truck. And I don't know, they just didn't do what I thought they were going to do here. So I switched to the Power Wagon real quick, just to kind of do a back-to-back climb on this. A little bit later, I moved the Patagonias on this truck to the other rig, so it's, you know, a direct comparison on the same truck. But I just wanted to show how this truck is set up for, you know, the Patagonia is a little bit smaller tire, and it seems smoother. Of course, it has the Fury Tech in it, so the throttle and everything is a lot better, but it wasn't that. It was the grip, you know, how these tires grabbed. So for me on my course, you'll see right here with the smaller tires, this thing should really struggle with this area. And these Patagonias, man, they just hooked and went. And I don't understand why the little guy tires wouldn't, but you know, maybe they need to be broke in. I'll play with them. I'm not trying to just completely trash them, but back-to-back comparison, the Patagonias just felt better to me. So I'm just going to be honest about it. So I threw this pick in here just to show the stance of both trucks, because I knew somebody would say, well, the orange truck was more narrow, and it made it through the line a little easier because it didn't fall off the side, and it did hit the line a little better. It's not much more narrow than the other truck, so I don't really see that being the main factor as to why it did so much better. And I'm not trying to be negative on the little guy tires. I was just a little let down with how they performed on my course. I really thought they were going to be my 100% go-to big tire, and they're just not. They're not that. You know, they're a good tire to add to the list of tires, but they just don't stand out like I thought they were going to. So this little climb here, straight up out of the hole, straight up this hill. I tried to slow crawl it.
wasn't going to do it. Tried launching up it like I am here. Just really wasn't having any luck with that either. And you'll see in a minute the Patagonias just walk up it. Now I know they're not on the same truck. I can say that 115,000 times during this video, and somebody's not going to watch the whole video and say I'm an idiot because I didn't compare them on the same truck. But I'm going to tell you right now, this climb right here, these hills, whether you hit it at an angle like this or straight up like I was, it comes down to tires. If your truck is leveled out enough that it doesn't flip going up it, it comes down to whether your tires will stick and pull it. And you can see there, the Patagonias, no problem. I'll just be honest with you, I was really kind of frustrated with the little guy tires by the time I was finishing up shooting with them. This climb here, same thing. I struggled, where most of the time, I mean, my mudslingers and scramblers and stuff, I usually just walk up these things. Again, this is a spot, if your truck is set up right and you're not going to flip backwards trying to pull this, it comes down to, can your tires pull you up it? And they just didn't do what I thought they would do here. So, you know, probably going to be a lot of people hate on me for saying that, because everybody, once they love something, they love it, and I'm an idiot. But you know what? I was pretty frustrated with them by the time I got done with them. So I'm just being honest about it. I don't care what tire you buy. Doesn't matter to me. Run what you want. Run what works for you on your course or your area, and just enjoy it. But I'm just trying to be honest with my experience with them. So I hope that helps somebody out there. All right, so here I swapped the Patagonias onto the Origin chassis, and you'll see it does just about as good with the Patagonias. It has some clearance issues here and there. Like I said, this thing's set up with, no springs on the shocks, so it's just like a full droop setup, sitting fairly low, because with the big wheels and tires, I had that little extra clearance with the tires. So if I was going to be running these Patagonias, I would definitely put some springs on the shocks. But this climb here, it did it just as easily as the little guy tires. And normally when you step up to a bigger tire like that, it makes a lot of these things easier. It raises your center of gravity a little bit because you're sitting a little higher usually, but it makes a lot of lines like this one a little more simple. But the little guy tires just really didn't do that. So, I was a little let down with their performance. The Patagonias did, just as well right there. And overall, this thing's sitting a whole lot lower with the Patagonias. So, something to consider, I guess, for this truck. Now, I wasn't able to pull this climb right here with the Patagonias alone. You know, I feel like you've seen my orange truck make this pretty simple, but like I said, this truck needs some springs or some different shocks to make this climb right here. You kind of got to rely on the right front tire catching on that rock and pushing the truck and bringing the left down to where it hooks and pulls. And without the shocks set up right, you're just kind of flopping around. But here's the Patagonias, you know, making this little straight climb pretty simple. And again, there, going straight up out of the hole. Overall, it felt to me like the Patagonias performed better. I just expected more with the big tires. Normally, you know, you get a little more clearance with them and just makes things a little bit easier. Normally, if you have your truck set up right to where it's not rolling over all the time because of a little bit higher center of gravity, overall they normally make things a little easier, especially on like this indoor course. But I was just let down with them. They didn't do what I thought they would do.
All right, guys. So there you've seen it. These versus the Patagonias. Yeah, I know this is not really what you would compare this tire to. It's a much bigger tire. I just was curious. The Patagonias are my favorite tire on my course, probably, and possibly my favorite tire all around. Honestly, they just do really good everywhere. And so I was just curious how these would do compared to those. Obviously, way bigger. Probably not really going to run Patagonias on this truck. This would be, I would definitely put some high clearance links on it and try to help it out a little bit on the clearance if I was going to run these smaller Patagonias. With the big tires, it helps with the clearance, but I think you could see that it's not like there's a huge difference in this. I've seen a lot of people talk about the compound of these. Oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing ever, and I don't see that. They are a great tire. I'm not trying to put these down at all. The Trail King, it's a great tire. Honestly, I'm not big on the looks. You know, I like that there's a different option from the Mudslingers and the Scramblers, and then you don't really have to go to the 1.2s that are really too firm. So it's good. It's always good there's more options out there. But as far as everybody losing their mind over these, I don't see it. Y'all let me know if you're running these, how you're setting them up. I've not seen anybody dislike them, and I don't dislike them. I don't hate on them. I don't think they're the holy grail of tires like everybody's making them out to be. So I'm just being honest with you. If I had my Mudslingers or Scramblers on something like this and I was running them already, I wouldn't go buy these just to think they're going to be so much better. Maybe I'll change my mind when I go outdoor with them. But as far as indoor on my course, you've seen it. I mean, these did pretty well. Not quite as well because of the clearance, but you've seen with these on this truck, this is set up for, you know, more of this size tire, and this thing just destroyed this thing with these tires. So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I'm sure lots of people are going to be arguing with me over these because we all know they're the greatest thing ever made. But for me, my application, they're not. So not putting them down. Like I said, they're a good tire, a good option. worth trying for sure, but don't buy them thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to be 10 times better than the Mudslingers or the Scramblers. I don't see it. It's not there. So they're not magic. In my opinion, I would rather have a good Patagonia, but that's me. So y'all let me know what you think. Again, I'm not trying to hate on these tires. I am super stoked that, you know, somebody like this is trying to make better options for us, and they are a great tire. If you don't have any and you like them, definitely get them. They're not bad, but don't buy them when you have a bunch like I do thinking they're going to be amazing, because they're not that much above anything else, if at all. So I don't know what else to say. I'm sure I'm going to catch some heat over it, but whatever. Facebook's blowing up with these. Everybody's Trail King, but whatever. It's a fad. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to go comment on the Betty video for your chance to win that. Like, subscribe. You got to click the bell so you get notified when I'm doing all these videos, and you know when I'm giving things away, because I'm going to be doing a lot more, hopefully. That's all just thanks to you guys shopping the A-Main links and Amazon links and all that stuff. So I appreciate everybody's support. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want to argue with me over these, whatever. I appreciate everybody. Peace.